Yo, what's up guys? It's Noah here, and in today's video, we're going to be talking through some player props I like over on Prizepicks for today's NBA slate on Saturday, December the 14th. We've only got 2 games on Saturday, but we do have some meaningful games as this is the semifinals of the NBA Cup. So we've got a 2-game slate. We got Hawks and Bucks playing. From the Eastern Conference, winner of that game will play in the NBA Cup Finals, the final game, which is on Tuesday. And then we have the Rockets and the Thunder playing on the Western Conference side. Winner of that game plays the winner of Atlanta Milwaukee, which obviously we said that game's on Tuesday. So we got some meaningful games here. I know it's a 2-game slate. I don't really like the small slates, but at least we have some big time games. I'm excited to watch these games. First game starts at 4:30, and then the game after that is at 8:40 or 8:30. So you'll be able to watch each game after the other. You don't have 2 games going on at the same time. So yeah, it should be fun. Got a 2-game slate for Saturday, guys. We're going to break down 2 player props I do like from these games. We have a prop from each game, so we'll talk about a prop that I like in the Bucks and Hawks game, and then we'll talk about a prop I like in the Rockets Thunder game. So before we talk through these plays, as always, if you guys do enjoy these Prizepicks videos, if they do help you out, make sure to hit that like button down below. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button if you have not yet. And if you guys are new to Prizepicks, and if you don't have an account over on Prizepicks, be sure to sign up. Use promo code NOAH when you sign up for Prizepicks with my promo code and place your first lineup. You'll get $50 in promo funds instantly added to your account once you place your first lineup. So be sure to go check out Prizepicks, guys. Use that code NOAH when you do sign up. And I do also want to shout out Sleeper, who is running, they're running a new promo right now. It's a new promo called their Play $5, Get $55 promo. This is available for new users. You sign up, use promo code NOAH, play your first $5 lineup. Once you do that, you'll get $55 in free lineups that you can then play and potentially win money off of. So what it is you play $5, you get 11 $5 free lineups. Then so you can play a bunch of different $5 lineups. This is really good for someone who's kind of like a lower bankroll player. If you're not someone that has a really big bankroll, if you don't want to put in a bunch of money into this, you can sign up for Sleeper, deposit. I think the minimum is $25. You put in $25, play a $5 lineup. Even if you lose that $5 lineup, Sleeper is going to give you 11 additional $5 lineups for free that you can play and potentially win some money off of. So be sure to go check out Sleeper, guys. Make sure to sign up. Use that promo code NOAH so that way you can take advantage of this new promo that Sleeper is doing, which again is available for all new users. And if you don't know what Sleeper is, they're just a DFS pick'em app, very similar to Prizepicks. You pick more or less on player projections. You build out an entry. You can make up to an 8-pick entry on Sleeper. You can mix and match sports, and you can win up to 100x your money. So be sure to check them out. And again, sign up and use promo code NOAH. But let's go ahead and talk about the props I like for Saturday. Now, I do want to recap our plays from Friday's video before we talk through today's plays. So we gave out 3 plays Friday, went 2 for 3. So we missed 1 play, unfortunately. Did hit 2 of our 3 plays, though. The 2 plays that hit were Jared Allen over 6.5 first half points. Really like that play. Like the matchup a lot for Jared Allen. The spot got even better for him once Evan Mobley got ruled out, who was questionable. I think Allen had 10 points in the first half. He also went over his full games points prop. So if you took that, he hit that too. And then we took Devin Booker over 33.5 PRA. Booker also kind of benefited from some late news. Bradley Beal got ruled out later in the day on Friday, but Booker played great against Utah. It was a great matchup for him. I want to say he had 30-something points. He had well over 33.5 PRA. But unfortunately, the play that missed was Kevin Porter Jr. under 12.5 points. I looked at the first half. I think Kevin Porter Jr. played 7 minutes in the first half, but I want to say he had 6 or 8 points in the first half just from playing 7 minutes. So he was on pace to play 14 minutes. I would have felt great about him going under 12.5 points if he only played 14 minutes. But the game wound up being a blowout. He got some extended minutes late in the game because of the blowout. He had already gone over his points prop even before they put all the bench players in. So he probably would have went over anyway, but it's really frustrating that he was on pace to play 14, 15 minutes and he still put up 16 points in that time frame. He shot the ball super efficiently, which I said in the video yesterday. I think if Kevin Porter Jr. goes over this prop, it's going to be because he shoots really efficiently. And I want to say in the first half he was 4 for 5 from the field, or 3 for 4 from the field, something like that. Either way, frustrating play. Still really like the play, though. It is what it is. We hit 2 out of the 3 on Friday. Hopefully you guys were still able to make some money. Let's see if we can go 2 for 2 here on this Saturday slate. So the first prop that I like for Saturday in the Hawks and Bucks game is going to be a prop on Trae Young. And I like Trae Young for more than 21.5 points. So just looking at some sportsbook odds, I was looking at DraftKings. So DraftKings already has their line on Trae Young set a point higher than this at 22.5. Wouldn't be surprised if you see Prizepicks adjust and bump up this line on Trae Young as well. So this is a really, really good spot for Trae Young going up against the Bucks. The Bucks have been very vulnerable to opposing point guards really ever since they acquired Damian Lillard. This has been a really good matchup for guards facing Milwaukee. Milwaukee just doesn't have the same good backcourt defense that they used to have. Lillard, his weakness is that he's a very poor defender. And if you look this season, Milwaukee's actually giving up I believe the most points per game. Yeah, they're giving up the most points per game to opposing point guards. Now, these teams have already played once this season. They played recently. It was on December 4th. Trae did only have 17 points in that game, but it was largely just due to poor shooting. He shot 6 for 19 from the field in that game, and he shot 0 for 9 from 3. So like the volume and the opportunity was still there. He played 35 minutes. He just shot the ball terribly. Now, Trae Young, look, he's a player that can be an inefficient scorer. He will definitely have games where he does shoot the ball poorly. But we know the opportunity, that volume is still going to be there. The usage is going to be there. So far this season, he's leading the team in usage. He had a really big usage rate in their last game against the Knicks, which was an NBA Cup game. He put up 22 points in that game, had a usage rate near 30%. So I'm kind of interested to see, does Trae Young kind of take on a bigger offensive role in these NBA Cup games since they are a little bit more meaningful? Does he put more weight on his shoulders in these type of games? I wouldn't be surprised if you do see Trae Young try and kind of, let the offense run through him. This year, he's been much more passive. He's been a high assist guy this year. I think he leads the league in assists per game, leads the league in potential assists per game. He's been doing a lot of facilitating, but last game we did see him kind of take over more as an offensive scorer. He had 22 shots last game, still shot the ball pretty poorly, 8 for 22 from the field, but the volume was really good. If Trae continues to be that aggressive offensively, I feel pretty good about him going over this points prop. I mean, you look as of late, he's really started to take on a bigger offensive role just in terms of shot attempts. He's just been shooting the ball more, which is what we want. 16, 19, 25, 13, and 22 field goal attempts over his last 5 games. It's a great matchup against Milwaukee, who's really vulnerable to guards. They're giving up the most points per game to point guards this season. Trae's also had a lot of success against Milwaukee. If you just look over his last 7 or 8 games against the Bucks, 42 points, 30 points, 27 points, 42 points, 21 points, 20 points, 32, and then he had that 17 earlier this season. But the games where he went under had 21 and 20 points. He shot 7 for 19 from the field, and then he shot 5 for 14 from the field. So it feels like when Trae Young goes under this points prop, it's largely just due to poor shooting. It's not like he's not shooting the ball. He's been more aggressive offensively lately. The volume's been great. The matchup's great. There's a lot of boxes you can check here for Trae Young. Plus, it's an NBA Cup game. This is a game that I think means a lot to all these teams. I think these teams really want to win the NBA Cup. So I'm expecting some big minutes for Trae Young. He played big minutes last game, 36 minutes. I think he's got a pretty good chance of playing 36, 37 minutes here. And when Trae Young plays that many minutes, especially in this type of matchup, I feel pretty good about him going over 21.5 points. And again, a lot of sports books I look at have their points prop on Trae Young set at 22.5. So we're getting the line a point lower on Prizepicks. Do like this play quite a bit. Now, the next play that I like from the Thunder and Rockets game is going to be a prop on Isaiah Hartenstein. And we're going to take Isaiah Hartenstein for more than 25.5 PRA. So Isaiah Hartenstein has not played in a ton of games this season just because he has been injured. He was injured to start the season. But so far with the Thunder in the, I believe, in the 9 games he's played, he has gone over this PRA line in 7 out of 9. And if you look at the 2 games he went under, which were 2 recent games against the Raptors and against the Jazz, both of those games were blowouts. So the Raptors game, he only played 28 minutes. The Thunder wound up winning that game 129-92. So they won that game by 37 points. And then the game against the Jazz, in that game, Hartenstein only played 22 minutes, and the Thunder won that game 133-106. They won that game by 27 points. So Hartenstein has gone over this line in pretty much every game with OKC where he's played at least 29 minutes. This is obviously a very important game for these teams. I'm expecting pretty big minutes for Hartenstein here. He's typically not a guy that plays massive minutes. You're not going to see Hartenstein play 38 minutes most likely, but he probably will play 30 to 32 minutes if this game's competitive, if he avoids foul trouble. And when Hartenstein gets those type of minutes, I would bet on him going over this PRA line. He's a really good he's a really good rebounder. He's a guy that can facilitate as well. If you look at this season and the 9 games he's played, Hartenstein's averaging over 20 rebound chances per game, so he's been really good on the glass. He's averaging nearly 13 rebounds per game, and he's actually been doing a good amount of facilitating as well. He's been dropping some dimes over his last 9 games with OKC. He's averaging 5 potential assists per game, which is third most on the team. He's averaged 4.3 assists per game. So he gives you a little bit of assist upside as well to go along with the rebounding numbers that he should put up. Scoring-wise, Hartenstein's not a guy that you expect to go out there and put up like 20 points, but obviously he doesn't need to do that. If he can give us 9, 10 points to go along with probably 10, 11, maybe 12 rebounds, get us 3 or 4 assists, that's probably going to be enough for him to go over this PRA line. Hartenstein is a guy that can do a little bit of everything when he is on the floor. Like this play a lot on Isaiah Hartenstein. The one knock I guess you could say is that the matchup against Houston, probably not the best. Houston is a very good defensive team. Şengün's a relatively solid defender. But for what it's worth, these teams have already played once this season. They did play in a recent game, about a week ago on December 1st, or 2 weeks ago, on December 1st. And Hartenstein was great in that game against Houston. He had his best game of the season, 36 PRA, had 19 points, 13 rebounds, and 4 assists. I'm not expecting that type of performance again from Hartenstein, but I think if he does play 30 minutes, we got a pretty good chance of him going over 25.5 PRA. And DK Sportsbook was looking at their props. They actually have Hartenstein's line set at 26.5. So sportsbooks have these lines a point higher than what Prizepicks does. I like both these plays quite a bit. You can get the best lines right now on Prizepicks compared to what the other sportsbooks in the market is offering. So like the value we're getting on these plays on Prizepicks, these are going to be our 2 plays for Saturday's NBA Cup games. So yeah, guys, appreciate you watching as always. Appreciate your support. Make sure you guys hit that like button down below. If you did enjoy this Prizepicks video, be sure to hit that subscribe button as well. And if you guys are new to Prizepicks, and if you don't have a Prizepicks account, go sign up. Use that promo code NOAH when you place your first Prizepicks lineup. You'll get $50 in promo funds instantly added to your account. So be sure to go check out Prizepicks if you guys have not yet. But good luck tonight as always. Thanks for watching, and we will see you guys in the next video.